our wonderful artists.
It is my honor to introduce our guest artist, and I apologize for the sun on the screen here, Vladislav Yeliseyev. He came to the United States in the 1980s equipped with a classical art education from the Moscow School of Art and a master's degree in architecture from the Moscow Institute of Architecture. For 30 years, he's been living and working in the United States, where during this time he has gained a large number of followers and fans of his art, myself included. And it goes without saying that he has received numerous awards for his work, both here in the United States and internationally. He is no stranger to beautiful scenery. In fact, he's traveled around the world to paint interesting cityscapes and landscapes, but unlike many artists who are drawn to those picture-perfect postcard sites, he can usually be found around the back of a building, along the street, or in an alleyway capturing commonplace scenes. The challenge with watercolor, Vlad explains, is to achieve the richness in color and not lose that transparency of watercolor. Using a limited range of colors in his palette, as well as minimal brushstrokes, the works he creates give a sense of the objects depicted rather than their details. And where have we heard that before? Paint the shapes. His demonstration today will focus on that precept. But not only has he been gracious with his demo time, but quite a few things are going on at the Yeliseyev studio in Sarasota, Florida, that I want to share with you. On his website, you'll find that he is hosting a holiday art sale, and there is a 10% discount for all art on his website, as well as his collection of paintings under $500. And starting in January 2nd, he's having 2 Zoom classes. One is Paint Along and the second Sketch Along. And for 2022 painting tours to Croatia, Czech Republic, and Russia, he has graciously extended his early bird discount till the end of December for our membership. All painting trips are posted on his website under the workshop button. And for those of you vacationing in sunny Florida for February and March, he has 2 plein air workshops, and those who would be interested to attend will receive 10% off, but you've got to act fast because they're filling up. And to receive the discount, mention Essex Watercolor when registering. Now, I know that's a lot to take in, and we're anxious to get going with the demo, and Margie will send a follow-up email with all the links to these offers, and you can also check out his website for more information and to take a peek at his gallery of art. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. You should all have received the prospectus for the Chatham show in February. Final registration is January 21st at 5 p.m. I expect all of you to send me a nice painting. And I'll turn this back to Margie.
Thank you, Marian. And with great pleasure, I am going to enlarge Vladislav, and we anxiously are happy to watch you paint.
All right. Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm really happy to give you this short demo. 1.5 hours, it's quite short, but actually is quite enough to start and finish an artwork in a somewhat kind of sketchy way. Again, I am Vladislav Yeliseyev. Call me Vlad if you will see me, if you will come to sunny Florida. It's so hot outside, it's crazy. So my daughter actually just came from college holiday, and I think she's going to the beach right now. So as we are talking, I wish you all, by the way, holiday season. It sounds good so far. And let's start. We are, as was mentioned here, I was traveling a lot last summer, and I was in the Czech Republic too. And today we're going to paint not the scenery behind me, that's from my previous paint along, but the scenery from Prague. It's a street view. It's much simpler than that, what you see behind me, which is in France. And so we're going to start. It's funny funny and nice and cheerful cafe. I'm going to share the screen with you so you could see. Oh, I'm disabled for sharing. No, it's okay. I have a print right here in front of me. You're going to deal with me.
I can have you be able to share.
It's
screen.
okay.
Hold
It's
on.
okay. I have
There
3
you go.
cameras. Okay. All right.
You should be
All
able
right,
to share
so
now.
this is the view I'm going to paint today. You see how nice it is. It has a kind of cafe restaurant on the left, very busy. And I'm just, while I'm talking to you, I'm looking at it and saying, how the hell I'm gonna paint it in 1.5 hours? But we'll try. At least I already have drawn it on my paper. Okay, so I'm going to refer to the view. Sometimes I printed it in color. I'm going to point what we're going to do, what I'm going to do. You're not painting, right? You're just watching, and so on. So you will deal with 3 cameras. This one is upfront camera. Then I have another camera, which you're going to watch right now. You're looking at it right now. That's my table, and this is the view. As you can see, I'm using honeymill paper today, and that is, oops, upside down block. Okay, you will get like, I think it's half the size of it, and this is already everything have sketched in pencil, in graphite pencil. So I'm ready to start. When it was mentioned, I'm using limited palette. And as you can see, there's quite a lot, but don't be alarmed. Most of them is, I take 2 sections for 1 color. Overall, I have like 15 colors right here. Okay, so some of them just 1, like for this cad yellow, cad red, alizarin crimson, I'm not using a lot. So basically, it takes only 1 section here. Now my table is inclined, okay, and
want to go tomorrow?
and it's about 30 degrees, so the palette stays horizontal, as you can see, and this is inclined, so this is higher than this point. Okay, so that's what I recommend you to paint all the time when you are painting. Again, the paper is rough, 300-pound honeymill paper, and the brushes I'm going to use today, rosemary brushes. My friends, so I worked with Rosemary, and we created these brushes together. They're branded, okay? And then I might use, not might, I will definitely use these 2 brushes, which are Kalinsky brushes. Those are good for the initial washes.
I don't know if you want to close the door here.
My friends, if you didn't, please shut down your audio because I can hear somebody and it's really.
Oh, yeah, I want to see that.
Check out your audio settings, okay? And in the lower left, you
I
will
don't know how I
see.
got in, but I'm here.
In the lower left, my friends, if you can hear me, there is a microphone kind of button. So you can click on it and you can mute easy and unmute yourself if you need to do that. Okay, so let's start. Where is my photo? My photo has some legs already. It likes to travel. What else? Paints are American Journey paints, okay? And we just developed some paints together with the company. Joe Miller, the owner of Cheap Joe, makes the paints not in his house, of course, it's not made in a factory. And so we developed a few extra colors, which is yellow gold right here, cad yellow, light, and most important, indigo. For me, I'm going to mix them right here. So I'm going to start painting in this area, somewhere in a lit area. I might lighten up this building a little bit because you see it's divided into lit area, dark area. I might just make it a little bit more interesting. And so let's start, okay? If you have questions, my friends, I'd love to, I guess somebody can announce them for me, and I'm going fast track ahead, start painting this. I just recommend you to watch me painting because it's a really short time. And it's my task is to create something vibrant, something painterly, most important, and something kind of interesting in the eye level area. Okay, this is not much is going on there, but we'll try. And you can see I added in this area a couple of balconies with plants just to make it look like Paris, which I love so much. All right, so let's start. Yellow ochre gold. people. All right, so finally, right? Vlad, you are like, okay, so using a lot of water here. Alizarin crimson, just a little bit cobalt blue, okay? So we're going to mix them nicely. I'm using a lot of water, okay? Now, the umbrellas areas are very, very light, slightly dark in this area. As you can see, I just try even to mix it under, so it's a little bit warmer under, but I try to keep them really, really, really light. This one, I'm not sure even will I need to paint or some, okay? So just like you see, very loose, okay? Finito. Now we're going to paint the buildings over there. This area is very close. I probably will make the building darker towards the base of the building in this area. So I'm going to gradate some. So look at this. I start very light, okay? I start very light. I have another camera, by the way, while I'm mixing it. It's on my left. Imagine you're standing next to this table, looking from this direction. That's what usually my students do when I am painting the. Let me make it more cheerful. Something like a little bit too much here. And that camera is, I have a button for this camera. If you can see, it looks more three-dimensional. Let me see, hold on. I think it's number 3. Yep, you see? And I can zoom in and zoom out a little bit. So when I'm going, I'm not sure I'm going to work with, let me go back. So you got it, right? People don't like that camera. They say like, Vlad, we don't understand. What is this, where I am? And just like, yeah, you're right next to me. Hey, it's just like you are here in the studio with me. Now you're above my head, right? It's kind of weird. Okay, let me just shut down some lights here, which are done for background. We're going to do this. If it's too dark, let me adjust slightly the exposure here like this. Nice. And I'm going to shut down another camera behind me, much cozier. All right, so look at this. I'm going to paint. This is like very light buildings. I warm up this a little bit. This is Kalinsky brush I'm using for the big washes. This is my Yeliseyev gold, which I mentioned. We just made it with American Journey. And this is my, as you can see, I mix right on paper. Right on paper. I'm going to warm it up slightly here. I'm painting right through. It's just a kind of sketch, you know what I mean? Oh, this is what I like about this paper, people, is that did you notice I overpainted this area, and all I did is I removed the paint from the surface and it's just gone. And I love that because I used to do paint with other papers and it's not as easily done. So I'm just warming up artificially this area to highlight the umbrella slightly more and just very loose painting. Okay, so next, we can change the, let me just get it, the color of the buildings as we like. In fact, it's all white, so boring. I find it extremely boring. And what is this? What did you, I don't know. It's kind of like, I don't even know what I have drawn there yesterday. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. Okay, look at this. So we're going in this area, people like, just let's overpaint them slightly, that blue and this, slightly like this. What I see here is a wooden kind of flower box here. Okay, so we'll just go into, why wouldn't we just paint it? Okay, that's it, done, boom, boom. All right, done, boom, boom. And there's a little bit gray around the people, the waiter here, waitering. Okay, so what we got here, fast. It just, I imagine that it's just a sketch, nothing serious here. You know, it's like one cigar in one hand and you know what I mean? No stress, okay? Stress is bad for you, right? And so, but concentration, I'm very concentrated. I'm looking at what I want to achieve here, okay? And so it's going to be this darker slightly. Be so beautiful. I want to be there right now, you know. They have wonderful. I had such a good time. In fact, I was painting plein air there. And then the group of people was behind me. And they said, sir, when you, in English, they had a chat with me. And then they said, when you will finish, just go to this cafe, we'll give you lunch. They were like working there, you know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, all right. And so it's such a nice people. They loved it so much. And the owner was there and everybody. So look at this. I'm going to do this. Now this overhang, kind of like above the restaurant cafe, some kind of awnings. We're going to make them any color we like. And I'm not sure which color actually. If you have suggestions, you can just type something in your question area. I would say, how about yellow? Yellow would be nice. Everything is white. I mean, what's wrong with these people there? All right, okay, so what we're gonna do is look at this. So I'm mixing. In fact, people, when you're mixing something, you're not wasting your time. I think more than 50% of the time I'm spending here in my palette, basically, not in the, you see what I mean? Because so it's really important to get it right. And so we're going down. Is it too blue? Like, let me see. I don't want to make it too blue. So I'll just put like burnt sienna right there. Okay. You don't want to blue. And this is kind of partition, kind of wall or something. In a restaurant, I think, you know, it's where the models usually change their addresses, something they put it right there. Privacy for you, sir. Privacy for you, ma'am. So I don't know what it's doing there. Okay, so look at this, okay? Nice, okay? Look at this, we're almost done, right? Beautiful.
Vladislav, somebody
yes.
suggested maybe green for the awning.
Green for the awnings. Let me see, green for the awning. We have white umbrellas, green for the awnings. Green, you like, you know, it feels like usually you're chickening out a little bit. Green is a very neutral color, you know what I mean? And so every time I use green, it's kind of, I'm not sure. I think I'm stick with yellow, actually.
Somebody else
But
suggested
thank you for
purple.
suggestion. Purple is dark. I want something bright there. People, I want something like glowing. But not red. I'm tired of red. Everybody paints red awnings, like in Paris. Remember, I think I don't know. I haven't been in Paris for quite some time. Maybe they now using green there. I'm not sure. But I painted so many red awnings in my life. I'm just really sick and tired of them. So definitely not red. Look at this. This is a little tile roof there. Yeah, just a little bit this and that. Light comes from this side. So look, why won't we just paint this car immediately right here? Okay, into something cool, nice, cool and nice, kind of. You see, look, da-da-da-da. And this is going to be lit area in the car, okay? Actually, I like it, what I've done here. Let me just paint the windows here slightly. Look at this. I'm using cobalt turquoise. It's actually called in the line of American Journey teal color, teal. That is what it is, but it's the same thing. If you have your, oops, look at this, windows done. Like if I will start singing Tchaikovsky for you, I'm just in that Christmas mood, so don't mind me, please, all right? Let me just, okay, so partition wall. Yellow, maybe yellow, I don't know. All right, so let's wait a little bit. Now, new napkin, always in my left hand. You don't see it, it's like a magic, you know what I mean? Now you see it, now you don't, but it's always here. You see controls amount of water right here at all times. And so if I don't have napkins, I'm kind of feel like I'm in trouble. Look at this. So we're going to start painting this or the tile roof right here. Let me show you one more time this. You see this building? It's basically in a shade, but I'm going to cheer it up slightly. So cut red, cut yellow. Talking about green, right? So I forgot about it. Like sometimes, you know, when you get old, you forget, you start your sentence and then you forget, I forget what I was talking about. So I have to improvise. I usually finish it with something like, haha, it was a joke. So, but in reality, I don't really remember many things anymore. So the green color, my friends, it's a green color, okay? Green color, oh, look at this orange. Oh, don't you love it? And you see, I'm mixing. I'm not buying oranges. I don't have, what we were talking about? Oh, green color. So basically green color, that's a color which is one neutral color of them all. You see what I mean? We have cool colors, we have warm colors, and then we have, now it's back to Kalinsky. I need to cover this pretty large area over here. Boom, 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 yellow. Yeah, it's kind of more warmer than everything here and this and that. I think it's actually pretty nice.
Vlad,
Warmer, right?
are your paints
Yes.
all American Journey?
I'm sorry? All of them.
Using
all of
all
them.
American Journey paint?
Yes, yeah. We are guys, right? I'm a male, okay? I'm like more than 60-year-old male. And I tell you what we don't like. We don't like to shop. Did you notice? Talk to your husband. We don't like to shop. So when I shop, I try to make it quick and easy and as painless as possible. So when it comes to colors, I'll just shop in one place. You see what I mean? I used to use, what it was colors, Lucas, German made, they're all Lucas, period, simple as that. All right, let me just concentrate for a second here. And so green color, it's a neutral color. In fact, I'm an architect, right? So every time we were talking about hospitals, sometimes you design hospitals, something this, we know very well that the only color which is really calming people is green. It has kind of calming effect on people in general. So it's very important as an architect. You don't want like bright orange colors in a hospital or something like to make and everything. You see what I mean? So now I'm making you an excellent architect after this short demo. You can start designing your own buildings and hospitals. And gosh, we work for so many projects, hospitals, universities. Okay, look at this green right now. Is it maybe I need to increase that slightly yellow kind of thing slightly here? What do you think? All right, so basically green is very neutral color. If you want to make a statement, I would recommend go red, go orange, go yellow, go like, you see what I mean? So oops, look, it's trouble, and I think I'm in trouble. We need to stop demo immediately. I think I'm going home. Mama, I just ruined everything. Oh, yes, beautiful. Look at this. Now, the ground, okay, the ground. What we're going to do, I have bigger Kalinsky. This is a score that, unfortunately, I didn't design that brush. This is really good brush. So I'm putting my blue into alizarin right here. I'm going to mix for gray something. Look at this. And I add yellow, ochre, gold in it. Look at this. And that's too yellow. So I'll put back a little bit. Look at this color. I'm going to put a little bit blue. And look at this. I'm going to demonstrate that beautiful gray color I just mixed for ya. Look at that. Bam, bam. And there's something. There is a car. There is opening. I need to cover it up. Sorry. What I was thinking, I have no clue. I think I'm in that kind of holiday mood when my brain like doesn't really. Yes. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Very, very cool.
Vlad,
yes.
Can you let us know what size brushes you're working with?
Yeah, this is number 16 Kalinsky brush. And this is a German, not that expensive Kalinsky. I think it's called Silver Kalinsky. I bought it many, many years ago. That is number 14. So this is 2 sizes. The brushes I'm working on. So I'm looking at everything here, okay? And I'm like, Remember I mentioned it's a sketch. It's just a sketch. So I'm gonna keep myself in check in this kind of department of, look at this, little bit warmer here. It's going to be cast shadows here. Look at this. So what else do we have here? We have some bollards here. I don't know what it is, what they're doing here. It's probably so crazy. Cars are not driving there. They just banned them from this area. We're right in downtown of Prague right now. So, and the traffic, and I was going to take my group right there. And then I'm like, I don't know how we're going to go there with our easels and everything. It's going to be very tough because we need to actually carry. If it's only for people who live there, these cars can, and delivery, I guess, trucks accessible this area. Totally closed area for, and that's the time. And then there is a light a little bit, you see? Beautiful. Okay, so we're not fixing no nothing. It's just a sketch. Now, people, we're going to, okay, let's paint let me clean it up first, and then we're going to paint. I think the good time for Raffle, I'll give you a whistle. Can you hear this? Hold on for a second. I have this somewhere. Uh-oh. Where is the, oh, here it is, hiding from you. Look at this. When you hear this, it's going to be Raffle time. Is it okay?
Oh, that's perfect.
All right, so usually I use it after breaks. I'm like, hey, like we're starting again, but we're not making any breaks here because it's really, did I mention I'm in panic mode because of this? Okay, look at this, because of the no time to paint. Look at this yellow, okay? Look at this, this is my yellow. If it's not too yellow, let me just get cad yellow a little bit more. It was a mix of cad yellow, yellow ochre, all right? So look at this. We can just add a little bit more intense color. Here, look at this, okay? I wanted something else yellow. Partition wall here, okay? Look at this, okay? And people later, all right? So I'm gonna cover this, and after that we would consider, let me just make some kind of, let me see. Kind of like a slight definitions in terms of the, you see I'm painting the light here. You see the guy waiter short here. You see it's right here. It's kind of folding a little bit under exactly this direction. And that is kind of what you want to probably, and the lady here, and then something in between. So you see we're already kind of firmly in this area. So I'm gonna paint the sky now. I'm going to get rid of this yellow. That's enough of this crazy radical colors here.
Vlad, can you tell us what your thoughts are about the sky, what colors you want to use or how bright you want to make it?
Yes, okay. Sky is going to be darker. You see, it's already painted. Oh, by the way, you see, it's already painted. That's too much blue here. I just noticed this. But again, look, it's just a sketch, right? So forget it. No fixing anything. My friends, I'm going to clean up this area. Look at this. Going to clean up this area. I'm going to clean up this area totally. Okay. With my paper towels or TP paper, doesn't matter. And I'm going to use cerulean blue right here. Look at this. So I'm going to put a lot of this, okay? Like this, a lot, with a lot of water. And this is black brush. When you see black brush in my hands, it's called the pointer. Rosemary called it snowdrop. When they knew, let me show you, they're just bright white, you see? They're totally white. And then when they use them, they tint it with this yellows and reds. And so they become, so they become darker fiber. This is white Tacklon and very springy brushes. I think we ran out. This holiday season is crazy. And I don't know what Rosemary is doing. I think they sleep in there in Britain. It's probably too cold, so they're not responding to my emails. SOS, I need more brushes. It's a holiday season, people. So this is the axis in violet right here. My friends, this is indigo color I'm putting right here, which we developed with American Journey. As you can see, this is true indigo. Let me just show you. No, I don't know how to show you true color of this. I don't know. Okay, all right. Let me just leave it like this. It's a little bit, I'll show you. Oh, you know, I know what to do. I'm just gonna show you later on a separate piece of paper. So it's called, well, I'm ashamed to say because I'm not gonna tell you what it's called. Look at this, beautiful indigo. Look at this, true indigo. It doesn't look like dark ultramarine or anything. Remember your jeans, people? In 1970s, 80s, that's what the color is. And I asked them specifically for the dark color indigo. They have regular indigo and my indigo. And so regular indigo I'm not using no more. It's too bright. It was too intense blue and everything. Now I'm adding yellow burnt sienna right here and the axis and in the middle. My friends, these three colors, what I call emergency dark, look at this. I'm mixing it into beautiful, oh, look at that. It's a beautiful, what it used to, I used to buy neutral tints. Maybe this is a little bit too, here you are, you see? And then I'm like, why am I buying this neutral tint? In fact, if you want some neutral tint, I can send it to you if you pay shipping, because I have tons and tons. Now I'm just mixing it. Look at this. I'm taking this and putting right into my blue to make it darker and remove the intensity of color. That edge I don't need. A little bit of red maybe. And I arrive to very gloomy, the end of the world blue, you see? So you don't want to use that too. So what you're gonna do is, it's actually a beautiful color here. You probably want to bring back a little bit of this, a little bit of that original blue to make it nice. Now, the angle 30 degrees is too much for this area. I have this kind of platform I stick under, okay? This table actually can lift and change the angle with the push of a button. This is really a wonderful one, but this is much faster and easier to do. So look at this. That's not much sky to fill up. So I'm using not Kalinsky, but my number 14 regular. And so I'm just careful here, Vlad. It's just a sketch, but still, you know, it's kind of in DNA of humans to make everything accurate if they can. But that's a big mistake, by the way. But nevertheless, so look at this, boom, boom, boom. There is building. I'm painting right over that building. I'll make a staccato of kind of hot spots here and there. You see these chimneys here? And so I'm gonna, okay. I'm going to go down, down. Oh, this chimney, I forgot it. It should not be probably dark. So I'm going around it. That was a mistake I actually made. I should have painted it same yellow as the walls. We can fix it up. We can color it into that. Don't worry about it, son. All right, so let me see. Pam, 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 bam, boom, bam, bam. What else here? Ta, 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 going down, down, down. I don't like myself while I'm doing it now because it's kind of too accurate, you know? So, ta, ta, ta. And then we're going, look at this. We can do like, did you notice, look at the sky over there. You see it's slightly darker here. And that's okay. So I'm going to use this emergency dark. Okay. Why is it emergency? Is this guy okay? I mean, yes, it's called emergency dark because when I paint everything, I keep it on the side here. If I need to make something darker on a fly, here you go. You have it. So boom, boom, bam. What is it? Too blue? Okay. Why won't we change it into warmer while everything is still wet? Right here, look at this. Just a sketch, remember? It's just a sketch. All right.
When you get a chance, the group would like to see the photo again, including the top of it.
Yes, of course. I can share the screen with you. Hold on for a second. And it's going to be a ring the bell soon. Ring a bell, jingle bell, jingle bell. Right? And then we're going to continue. While you're going to do that, I'm going to dry everything and then we're going to continue. Let me share the screen with you one more time.
Okay.
All right. So here we are. Yep, here you are. Okay,
There.
so you see slight lightening of the sky here, and my sky is darker. So is it a mistake? Do you see it like that, Vladislav? I think I'm fine here. Remember, it's gonna lighten up when it will dry slightly. So if you paint something, people, and it looks just right, you're making a mistake. And when people ask me, Vlad, what is the most like hard thing in watercolor? Watercolor is so hard. I said, why do you think it's so hard? They said, nothing can be changed. I say, no, it's just that intensity of color and the lightness changes as it dries. Remember when I painted it, it was quite dark and looks like almost like white paper. I'm gonna stop sharing and show you. You see, it's like somebody can ask me, Vlad, I think you forgot to paint it. I did painted it. So it's just that you need to overcompensate everything. And then, okay, all right, tell us, how do you overcompensate? And let me tell you something, I don't know. It depends on humidity depends on your experience, like you anticipating that phenomena of watercolor, etc., etc. And oil painters, I mean, we can, you give them a run for their money. We can do easy some things oil painters cannot. But in oil, what's the good thing is, what you apply to the canvas, it stays. And now, my friends, it's time for the raffle, the moment you were waiting for, ladies and gentlemen.
Boy. That is exciting. Vlad, one more thing while I get the basket with the names. Can you repeat the names of the 3 colors you used to make the neutral tint?
Oh, that will cost you much extra, guys. So next time you just in your private email, I'll give you my bank account number, and then I will reveal that biggest secret. So all right, okay, all right, okay. I start with indigo, my friends. Indigo, American Journey. They were nice enough. I mean, I didn't really know that they called that color Yeliseyev indigo. So if you're going to shop on their website, and you will find Yeliseyev indigo, which was a huge surprise for me. I'm kind of even ashamed to tell you that, because you might, and then that's what the color I'm using. Next color I'm putting in is burnt sienna, my friends, but I don't mix it like a mixer in your kitchen, like when you drink your stuff, healthy stuff. You just put it on the side a little bit, okay? And in the middle, I put dioxazine violet. If you think about it, you have 3 primary colors: blue, red, and yellow. And everything in the world, remember, everything in the world consists of 3 primary colors. That's a little hint for you to mix into everything you want. So now in the middle, I start mixing. And if I want it cooler, I put more indigo in. If I want it warmer, I'm putting more burnt sienna in. And that's what I refused I discovered that method. I refused to use ready-made neutral tint, because I was always skewing it towards the cooler or warmer chroma. And when I'm like, what I'm doing, why I'm buying it, I can just mix my own neutral tint, so to speak. And here we go. Beautiful, nice color. You have really control of. That's the word control is very important. You don't use ready-made colors, because in the world there's like how many colors? Billions. And so fine art, I think, our task, if you call yourself an artist, you train your eye into seeing the colors and mixing them with a limited palette of, you see on my palette, there is no greens. I always mix them. There are no oranges. I always mix them. And it's always can be broken into 3 parts: warmer, yellow, red, and green, another primary color, right? No, just kidding. We mix in our greens: yellow, red, and blue. This is 3 primary colors. You should think of anything every time you paint something. And now we're going for the raffle.
The raffle.
Jingle bell,
Okay.
jingle. All right.
All right. So this is the first prize we are pulling is a 1 video workshop for Vladislav on Vimeo that he offers on streaming, painting trees value of $79. And my husband is pulling the raffle and it goes to Carol Gordon.
Ooh, congratulations, Carol.
Gordon. All right. Vlad, do you want to do a second one or do you want to?
I don't have the names here. I usually
No. Do you want me to pull a second one now and then do the third one?
let's do
at
all
the
of
end?
them without
Oh,
any
all of
further
them now.
interruption. So yeah, what do you
Okay.
think, right? Yeah.
Okay, all right. So let me write that down. The second prize is for one of Vlad's paint-along classes. They're usually done on Sundays. The schedule will be up shortly. It's a $30 valuation, and the winner is Audrey Bartner. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
All right. And the last one, the last prize is a block of the beautiful Hana Mule paper. And it really is lovely paper. All right. And the winner is Bonnie Ott. Bonnie Ott.
Congratulations, Bonnie. Try this paper. It's wonderful. Yes, it's very good
It
paper. All
is.
right. Okay.
Thank
Anything
you
else,
for that.
Margie? Okay, we're going back to Vlad. Okay. I was so excited. I forgot to try it actually. So let me see. Hold on. Let me go back to the top camera right here. Okay, so here, that's where we are. And I'm thinking now, boom, done. What that to do next here? Let me just dry it slightly right here. All right, we are good. Okay. All right, so next thing I'm going to start painting this area. Maybe I'll start from the background towards me into this area. And I finish it somewhere here with my focals right in this area. I'll leave alone this building right here. I don't know how to paint it at this point, how dark I mean. So basically, everything I have here is not good. It's just not good. It has too much water in it. So I'm gonna wipe it out, okay? Get the new, including the emergency dark has too much water. So da-da-da-da. Now midtones, let's see. Boom, boom. I have this color which called transparent exit brown or Van Dyke actually in plain English. And so we're gonna put it here. That's my yellow. I'm going to put a little bit of dioxazine. Alizarin and cobalt blue right here. I'm just thinking like how to progress it. Why won't we just start it right here? Okay, so now, sometimes emergency dark is just really a lot of work. So I decided that sometimes, in order to make it quicker, I'm using mix of indigo and sepia color right here, a little bit. And that is much simpler, much more simple. Don't forget to put some water in it, of course. Kind of dark. It's still not really black. So I'm gonna leave it like this. Okay. Now, if I'm going to mix these two with some water, I'm going to create a kind of lavender, beautiful color, which I can skew into warmer, cooler part. I'm just gonna make it warmer and gray, less red. Like this, look at this. So I'm mixing. I can actually take this beautiful color and finish the whole painting, by the way. Let me see, shall I do that? No, Vlad, no, we want to see every color in the world you can give us. Look at this gray, okay? So look at this. So light comes from this side. This is a little bit darker, everything. So I start sort of kind of etching it like here. And I created much more open this reveal here, recess of the building. As you can see, just to create a little bit more interesting. And then what we have here, look at this. We have this kind of, maybe I should start a new one. This is number 12. No, maybe I should start. I wasn't going to open a new brush and start work. So now this is 10. And look at this Tata windows. Do you see everything? I have a zoom. I can zoom in right this like that for you. So you could see better. Look at this. Another one right here for that kind of da-da-da-da. And then let me see. So the shadows, I'm thinking the shadow this way or this way. That's important. If I want to lit a little bit this area, I should have actually make them slightly this way, just slightly this way. Okay, slightly this way. Another window, another day, another window. Da, 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 da. It's just a sketch. Remember, it's just no fuss about the dots and this and that. Look at this. And let's zoom out slightly. If I will forget to zoom out, please let me know, Marge, because I kind of, and then another here, and another here, and another here, and another here. Look at this, some kind of windows done. Just a little bit. I don't know how much to do them and how to, all right, and how dark, you know what I mean? This is kind of, and then we have another chimney here. Oops, that it dropped in. Let me zoom in this area and let me stop vibration. That's kind of like I'm fighting this vibration of that kind of shadow under the eave of the roof. Another chimney right here on another something there. I'm looking at it, and then it's darker. Boom, bam, boom around people. Done like this. And look at this. Okay, so it's something like light here. And then I have this emergency, not emergency, I call it, I mean, just don't laugh at me, please. I call it sandwich dark. You see? Sandwich, yeah, a sandwich dark. Let me just explain myself. I mean, I need to be clear, so it wouldn't be, my friends, you see this emergency dark consists of 3 primary colors mixed into perfection. And it's kind of, if you would like to have a quick like lunch, you know what I mean? You don't do like the first course, second, and the last one. You just make a sandwich for yourself. So this dark is like a quick lunch. You see what I mean? So if you think about it and look at this, we're going to go with a fantastic shadow on this with that grays. I'm not using that sandwich. Look at it, and look what I did. I just fixed like inaccuracies with my finger here, because it's just like, look at this, and this is like my grays, which we just mixed right here, right? You see? And then we're going down, and there is a window there, and there's something there. My friends, that's kind of sketchiness. That's the way of painting. It looks very easy, but sometimes the look is deceiving. It's hard to paint because at this point, I kind of paint really the light, not the objects. You see what I mean? Objects will come out automatically after that by itself. They just appear magically if you read the light correctly. Does it make sense what I say? So this is kind of, I'm trying not to overwork. Look at this beautiful lavender gray kind of, we just mixed right here, okay? Then what we can do here is, you see, I'm afraid to put my palm over there to work on this area. So I'll wait till it dry and go over there. This chimney needs to be fixed because I'm just like, let me just quickly paint it yellow with something, okay? And that's good enough. That just stay away from this area. We're going to paint this. There is a dormer here, right? And then what we have, I need red. Okay, so look at this, alizarin, a little bit of dioxazine, alizarin, maybe this, and we're going to paint, oh, it's much longer. Look at this shadow from the dormers here, okay? And I'm going, without much ado, I'm gonna paint and make them realistically, sort of painterly. some kind of like realistically painterly valid kind of things here. Okay, then we're going for the gray. Look at this, bam, boom, again, same lavender gray we used here. Okay, there is no really need to. Okay, you see I'm changing the light slightly here. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is boom, bam, boom. What to do? Why don't we indicate first that it's a tile roof, so I'm gonna do a little bit dance right here, like a little bit like this. Let me zoom in. Okay, all right. And so next thing, I'm gonna take a bigger brush. I'm thinking about this one. Kalinsky. Oops, I ran out. Gosh, I need to, you know what? I need to create like a ton. I'm gonna call American Journey and ask them to create and send me 1,000 pounds of lavender gray, please. Okay, just don't call it my name, please. Okay.
Vlad, that's an
yes.
excellent idea. Is it possible for us to see the reference photo in the picture
Again,
while you're doing this?
Gosh, you're asking too much. I mean,
I know,
you just like, no, I'm just kidding. Of course you can. My friends, let me just, would you like the photo or to share the screen? You see right now, this building is just dull, dark gray. You see? So I decided to give it a little bit of light here, and look what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna load this, just stay away from this. It's okay, a little bit warmer because the building is yellow. Look at this. So you take this brush, okay, and then bah, like the let a little bit done. Let's go above this car, loading, unloading. You see what I mean? Look at this, and just cover it up. There is a car standing, people, and this and that. So we're going. People, it's just a sketch. You see what I mean? My attitude to everything here, it's just a sketch. So, and look at this, we're gonna make it slightly darker to the eye level and this and that. While it's, you see how I do? I just dump it while it's wet into this. And then I'm gonna do this like this. There is boulders and there is something caught the light here and people are working then this and that and that. Okay, we're not done yet. I mean, we need to connect it somehow with the windows here. So I'm gonna do that like this right now. Look at this, just a little bit, just give it only a hint of these things. There is another window, by the way. Okay, another day, another window. We're in a city. It's a large, oh, have you been there? People like coffee shops, and I like that. It's more even than the Paris, actually, coffee shops and pastries there. If you like that kind of stuff, it's like you will love this city. It's like amazing. Oh, and guys, if you like beer, oh, just forget it, you know, and just like, oh my God, you know what I mean? So the beer, the whole food, like kind of revolving around the quality of the beer, you know, sometimes. So, and this, I mean, what we have that famous American beer, it's actually Czech, Budweiser, you know what I mean? But it's American now, and it's barely drinkable. But basically, its regions are from Czech, and so Republic, and so. And look at this, I'm mixing for little cool or something, just dump it here, like just a sketch. Give them a hint, please, that there is a window there, but there, and there. And then we might go and, I lost my opening, I don't know where it is. If you see my head, I need to make a haircut instead of the painting. So, there is something there standing there. Why won't we just finish this area and call it a day? What do you mean, call it a day? Well, I mean, just call it a day within this area. Look at this, huh? Nice, interesting, right? So I think now I'm comfortable to paint this area too. Look at this. So we have a silhouette here. Okay, so something there. Look at this, something there. Something there. Oops, it didn't dry on me yet, so that's all right. Okay, so it's something there. There is a chimney there. Just a sketch, relax. I'm talking to myself, you know what I mean? So basically, just give it just an impression of the space. You don't need to really, I like that it's actually in dark here. And that is going to be, there's something maybe more here appeared, you know, this, I'm softening this kind of very long line here. So this is kind of it. Now, before it's too late, before I forgot, I'll make this darker here. Okay, that's quite all right. And then I'm going to make this grayer cooler. Let me just mix into that lavender and like this, okay? And there is something inside. It's open track, loading, unloading. Remember, something there. Something that is very strange sounds I hear. It's like like something like, and then we're gonna soften it. You see, soften it. Okay, it's there, but it's not really all about that. So, and the car has a window, right? And the car has some kind of this, and you don't see tires here, and there's this, and something like that. All right, so soften it, soften. All right. All right, so let me zoom out of this area. Okay, look at this. That's how everything looks at this point. Now, I can soften it with this sprayer because it's going to bloom a lot in this area. Okay, so I want to make it like as if we're going to come back to this area more later. Now I'm thinking, there is another cast shadow. That cast shadow didn't stop here. It goes over there, travels in this area. And we can just, is it advisable? I'm just thinking, yeah, it's okay. And I ran out. No, I did not run out yet. So I'm gonna take this lavender gray, what I call, okay, and just, there is a little spark of light here and keep going, okay, keep going. And then keep going. Side of this is going to get darker. I'm talking to myself, don't cover the umbrella right here. It's fine, you see. I need no napkin, hold on for a sec. And then I'm like thinking, how nice, okay. Let me just soften. Let me unify these darks. Right side of the car probably would be darker here. Okay, people actually not really interested in this area. Just something there. You see that in fact we can do. It's okay. It's all right. So I'm thinking, shall I lift the shadow here or leave it under? I don't want to make just this. I don't want to make this just like, you know, so I'm going to do next. I'm going to do this and that, like as if there is more shadows here in the building, right above the canopy in this area. And then I have, oops, look at this. I overpainted the balcony, for instance. Like what I like about this paper, look at this. Oops, it's gone. So because I want to have a lip of the balcony bright here. Let me zoom in for you to see better. You see? So, and then I go under, okay, and here and here and here, cover it up, create some vibrancy here, okay, something stays light, something dark, there is a down spot here, right? And then I'm using this sandwich dark here, okay, so let me make it darker here. People will paint later. If we'll have time, I think we'll have time. I mean, it should be quick. All right. So it reminds me, just go faster, Vlad, go faster. And then we're going to do this, just an edge. And then there is like this, something like, okay. And then there is like a window sill here under this and that. Okay. So now how does it look? Does it look all right? This, I mean, yeah, fine. It's just, I don't like that head here. So what we're gonna do is we're going to paint window itself here. Okay, another window itself here. Ta, 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 ta. Ta, 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 ta. You see how fast and nice and easy. And then there is something like this, Carnage. And this is the sign, okay? I don't wanna mess up with it yet. So it's too, okay, that's kind of like a sign. And then maybe we're going like this because it's kind of weird. All right, so let me just spray slightly. You see it's blooming slightly here. And then I'm going to start working in this area. Why won't I let me zoom out so we could see the whole picture here. And now it's time for me to remove this. I don't need this platform. That's why you see it so crooked, kind of a little bit. All right, so that's this whole thing. That's a whole thing here. Okay, there is a little bit more of gray in this area. I like it in the photograph. So I'm painting cobalt, alizarin, yellow ochre gold, and this. Don't forget water. All right, this and this. Very nice. And we're going to, and so what is that's my umbrella, right? And that's above this area and that area, and it's kind of dark here up to people area. All right, so painting side of this flower box, something there. There. Making it warmer, painting on the umbrella slightly more. Okay, we need to distinguish on the umbrella area. So I'm using this, okay, using this color and sort of defining it a little bit more and let it rest here. Let it just sit here. All right, let's go in this area. And then what I do have here is cobalt and this. And a little bit, I'm afraid it's too light. Just a little bit more intense, darker color, slightly. Okay. All right, so yeah, that's kind of, so now window. I don't know, the windows here are, I'm just gonna implement window. You see, that's one window. That's another window right here. I already sort of painted the, look at this. Another window. Another. And then I have the balcony here, right? And this balcony. So we're gonna do a shadow from the balcony a little bit here. It does not exist. Let me show you. Nothing exists there. That's kind of these two windows look like at this point. Okay. What it does have is a little bit of like sort of, you see, I'm just implementing the, and then we have a shadow from the down spot here. Okay. And then we have the window sill here. Look at this, which is consist of two. Right? And this is a balcony instead. Okay, so that is kind of thing. And then there is not really much here, so I'm not even sure how much I'm gonna show. So I'm just like, sometimes when you're not sure, you just soften this area slightly. Okay, I'll put some water in this area. You see how unimportant this area is, because you see the biggest mistake people make when they paint something, all of a sudden they see everything like, oh, how could I miss this? Or how could I miss that it's just kind of like so beautiful. Nah. You should forget about this beautiful because it's not about that beautiful. Imagine like there's lots of people on a stage singing simultaneously, different areas, despite they're beautiful, each of them. But in reality, it's going to be a cacophony of sounds. So you need to choose who is the lead singer, right? I mean, oh, look at this. Okay, so and so another window, right? It's just too many. So I'm going to very quickly, implement them. All right, there is another, that's too wide, this card. So I'll put another line here. Okay. And then what we're going to do now quickly. Can somebody tell me how much time do we have left?
It's now 3:18. You can have 20, 25 minutes. How does that sound?
Oh, wonderful. Look at this. So I'm going to mix for that gray cast shadows there. Look at this. And what we're going to do is we're going to hit it with cast shadow area here. Okay. So it's going to be like something like that and people here and there. This person working here, we're going to paint it later. That person, and this is it here. Okay. I promised you to have a little bit contrast over there. Okay, so this cone is like going like this, a shadow travel in this area, and then we have another one, big one. So I'm afraid this brush is too small. Look at this. So what I'm gonna take is cobalt and this and that. Did I tell you I need a ton of this color? Okay, so I'm gonna leave a little bit larger area here for that. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to soften the edge with dry brush, you see? Going like this. Like this. Ta 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 ta. Ta 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 ta, and like this. Next, we're going to leave it alone. Okay, I'm going to splatter it. It's too early to splatter. You see, it's a cobblestone area. So I just want to just give an indication for that. You see what I mean? So basically that's what it is. And this is my another gray right here. So there is a kind of something there and here. So it's kind of, you see, there is a area for this. Okay, and I need to take care of these beads under, and then we're going to enter this area, main area of our attraction. While it is dry, and I can use my dryer. But I would like before that to, we don't have much really time. So I'm gonna implement unifying wash here slightly. Look at this. So, what is this sound, people, please? Okay, so it looks like somebody's sewing something with, okay, so bam, boom, bam. Okay, so look at this, bam. A little bit, and this could be darker slightly. Okay, that was my unifying wash, and we're going to restore detail with gouache later. I'm not really overly worrying about inaccuracies here. So what's important here is that we are also here slightly. Just slightly, and this is going to go against the light here, this part, into this area. Okay, look at this. Okay, so for now, we are going to paint the car and people. Let me just, if you want to announce something, you please, and I need a second. Hold on here. I need to splatter it.
How wet is your paper at this point?
At this point, my friends, the best way to splatter is not too much, just a little bit. When it has a satin finish, look at it from the side, like I'm looking at this from the side. And when it's not too glossy, that's a time to do that, okay? It's just not everywhere, just a little tiny bit somewhere there and there. My friends, so what we're gonna do, okay, so I have to take care of business in terms of the darks and elements to create impression of detail here. You see, so what we're gonna do is why won't I just take this cobalt turquoise or teal color, right? Look, like this, darken it slightly and go right in here. A little bit teal here, okay? Then I'm going, now I actually would love to get emergency dark instead of sandwich, because I showed you everything, because I notice it can achieve much satisfying darks color. It's not black, but at the same time, so it's kind of, look at this. So we're going to turn. I'm looking at this. It's actually much darker, but I'm gonna hold for this dark area let me zoom in into this area and maybe kind of lift it somehow. Hold on. Okay. So there is some person working. I can already create a shadow in this area. And this area, there is dry brushing. You can do this. Okay.
Earlier today, and I didn't realize it. Oh, okay, thank you. I'm gonna go, it's okay, I'm gonna go watch this.
All right, so
Guys,
there is
please make sure you're muted.
Make sure you muted, people, and with that emergency dark, good idea too. It's a good idea to paint, like you see on a warmer side, you can add a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit burnt sienna if you want the hair a little bit. Like we're gonna paint them all together, all people together. Okay, like this, fast. Oh, this guy is bold, I forgot. Oh, it's all right. Let me show you the picture one more time so you could see the restaurant area right here, you see? That's what we are looking for. So let's stop. Sharon. Okay, so we decide who is in red. Couple of people in red. Look at this. Orange, red works very well. I have this cad red here, okay? Cad red light. Again, we designed it together with folks and then I'm going to American Journey, and then there's going to be signature here. Remember that cafe, blah, blah, blah. Okay, something like that. It's still wet, but it's nice actually. So then I'm going emergency dark, right? So this guy has darker pants. Okay, there could be a chair here. I'll make chair like French chairs, like as if it is.
You're right at the end of your camera.
Oh, thank you. Right. Thank you.
No
That's
problem.
what. Thank you for your help here, because I usually just don't really, when you especially. And so this is when I paint fast. I don't really pay attention to this unimportant detail. Where is my cameras and this? Okay, so this is under the table. I'm just kidding, of course. All right, so this is it, right? So the guy here will have darker pants, it has this and that. It's a kind of a bench here, you see what I mean? The color for, why won't we make his kind of cobalty maybe, the color for his shirt here. Okay, so a little bit color. Pants are darker. Another table, okay. People here very light, something I don't know, pinkish maybe too. Okay, something like that. It's just a sketch here I can do for you. So I'm not really pretty much concerned with anything else. So something in between, darker, darker, darker. Okay, darker, darker. And darker here, something darker here, darker area in between here, here. You see, I'm painting kind of the negative space right now. Here, there's a lot of it. And it's just an impression. Sometimes it's just all you need, you see, it's just an impression of space, that's all. Darker entrance here into this cafe, something like that. I'm just using emergency dark here. There is a window there, another window. Fine, that's gonna be that window here, window sill and this and that. Now for people's skin tones, I'm going to use yellow ochre, cadmium red. Look at this. If you want to fast something, just create some yellow ochre gold. You can add. It's basically the same thing. Look at this. So that's a guy. That's it. That's this. That's a guy's head. He's reading newspaper. She's dining. Her hand right here. Here. The guy is like, oops, it's too low. Like this. Something here. Here. I don't know. Somebody's there. Somebody's there. Okay. So this is kind of that kind of things. And of course, my emergency dark almost in a black, which I don't like, but I have a little choice. I need to continue. So this is boulders here. I'm going to do this and darken this. Whatever it takes, it's just, again, it's only an impression we're creating of the busy, busy cafe here. So everything goes, you see, anything goes kind of like this, like this. Oh, I forgot. That's her legs there, kind of. Okay. This is my cafe, okay. And that cafe has kind of burnt cyanish hint and tint in it. And also we have this kind of, let me just show you my sword brush, which we developed together with Rosemary. I'm loading it, okay? And I'm gonna start dancing here with that brush, give an indication, just an indication of the, look at this. So this is going this way. This is, oops, it's still wet. It's all right. When it's a sketch, it's everything, anything goes. Look at this. Ta, 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 ta. Okay. Let me zoom out. Okay. If this is too dark, we can soften it. I'll put some water and soften this edge. Okay. What's important for me is just to show there is something, but without really saying much. So that's kind of, that's what it is. Now back to, back to sword brush. Okay. I'm not sure is it dry or not. I'm going to improvise. Oh, that's dry. That's nice. Thank you so much, Paper, for cooperating with me. And this is going to be, look at this, I'm removing a lot of this stuff from here. And I'm going to, let me remove more. This is Hungry Brush. It has, that's just kind of hints of busy kind of, there is a rail here, a rail here. Usually I switch to another camera at this point, so you could see better the tip, the way, because my hand is at the, but I think we got it. So, all right, what else? Let me see. Okay, emergency dark. Inside of the window, just a hint here, you see. And then what we can do also is to do not over, we could be dealing here with some flowers. So I'm
Vlad, can
gonna,
you push the painting up a little bit? Your head is blocking part of it. Thank you.
yeah. Okay, so, and then we'll have this kind of flowers here, okay? So a little bit more. It's too austere right now. It's beautiful, but you see a little bit. And then, oh, Vlad, you don't have green, right? So look at this. So what we're gonna take, cut yellow, all right? And cobalt blue, cut yellow, cobalt blue in it, and we got that green. And so I'm gonna put some green here too, some kind of like this. Okay, so this shadow from the rear view mirror, this, I don't really see these areas, but I kind of like, you know, anticipate them, they should be there. And then there is going to be the yellow thing here, okay? Darker here. I'm gonna use more emergency dark, mix for more. So I need a ton of emergency and ton of lavender gray, please. Yes, tomorrow delivery is fine. Yes. No, I'm not gonna be home, just leave it outdoors, please. All right, so look at this. Pam, 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 pam. That's entrances into this areas. Pam, boom. What is this? Ah, dun, dun, sign, tattoo. Do not stop or whatever. Do not eat or whatever. Dun, dun, dun. Something there. Dun, dun, dun. Or something there. Look at this. That's what, my friends, is hard to do, because now you're painting sort of the light. You paint the, it looks okay. So now the woman here, look at this. Oh, I love that woman. The way she was, like, let me just share with you the way she's walking with her. Look at this. Like, I really, you see that woman right here, the way she's walking. She has 2 bags, 3 bags, for God's sake. You see what I mean? So, and you see her shoulder line. Oops, it's not dry. Oh my God. Let me dry it quickly. Mm-hmm. It's dark area. What is it like this here? Oh, nice. Kind of like a reflections here. Look at this. This is whole dark thing. So the woman, right? I mean, I was, you see, let me zoom in. That's what we're having right now here. So, dun, dun. So, darker here, that's fine. Okay, let's go a little bit, maybe bluer jacket or something, because I don't know, like bluer jacket. Look at this. What I want to read.
Vlad, don't lean forward. We can't see.
I see. Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Okay,
thank
so
you.
this and that. Okay, so darker pants. Okay, darker pants. You see, and then this bag right here, another bag right there, something like that. Okay, there is another guy right there, right there. Somebody's there, there. I want to make it green just because I have it here. Mix maybe another blue, somebody here, and this, dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 this and that. At this point, there is darker here. Somebody, I was going to paint a guy loading, unloading, but I don't think I have time. There is opening here, and then there is 2 doors kind of, and a window here, and this semi, and then we're gonna soften it, like kind of create mystery here slightly, and then go into this area of the car, darken the bumper, lower part of the car. That's a guy right here. All right, so why won't we just make him? He's on a lift, I think. Here, standing unloading something. Darker, 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 darker. There are some posters, just like in Paris. You see, they put like this metal posts. And then there is like darker people there and there. And I'm just thinking that this area is not done yet. It needs to be darker in between the buildings and this and that, just a little bit, and soften it too. And then what we have to do is, let me zoom out here, show you what we got so far. Okay. And then what we're gonna do here is, let me zoom out my picture so I could see more. It's got to be dark. I changed my mind. I wanted a little bit of dun, 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 and then dun, and sign, ta, 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 ta. There got to be shadows there somewhere to make the sign is very, very bright and bam, bam, done. Now, chairs, French bistro type. All right, we're gonna paint them. You know, the word bistro is Russian fast food, fast. So that's how it came, bistro, because when Russians were stationed after Napoleon Wars, they were like eating there and they were, you know, faster, faster. So when they were saying bistro, bistro, and it's become bistro in Paris, you see what I mean? And actually that is my favorite type of the, okay, so I'm creating a little bit of food. Usually I just want to eat fast and then go and paint again. So you go to bistro, right? And then look, this guy like white shirt here. So we're going to make it darker behind him slightly, something and this and that. And then she has a chair, sitting on a chair. There is another chair. Something dark there and then there. All right, yeah. And you thought we're gonna spend another like 5 years painting it? You were wrong. This is it, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. And I thought, this is like nice, beautiful light here. Look at this. Just a sketch. You see what I mean? Nothing really imposante, nothing in your face. And then this a little bit of this windows we kind of losing here. Da-da, da-da-da. Look at that and soften it. Soften slightly that. Now, my friends, what I want, I forgot this. You know how important in this? Shadows here from there, here and there, over there and there. Now I'm going to take, how much time do we have, by the way?
How about 5 minutes?
5 minutes.
Do it in
how
5?
nice. 5 is fine. Yeah. 5 is just fine. My friends, look at this. That's what I want. If you can paint fast like this, you can paint slow, you can paint fast, you can create very dazzling atmosphere and or not to create, and that is up to you. So I would recommend you to, I had a student, she was such a good, I mean, at that speed kind of painting that it was amazing watercolors she had. My friends, now I'm going to get, look at this. This is titanium white gouache, because we already overpainted so many things accidentally, and that, why won't we restore them? If you're against this kind of thing, please don't look, and don't look your children through, because it's probably not what would you like them to see. Okay, so basically close their eyes or whatever. All right, so let me see. Remember in the movie theaters, you shouldn't see that. Just close your eyes, Vlad. This is like scenery when I was 7, I guess. Remember, they didn't have like R ratings, I think, no? When they wasn't rated, this kind of extra R restricted, yeah? All right, my friends, look at this. So, I have this kind of thing. So we're going to get this gouache. I can't open it. I didn't use it for so long time. I think it's just stuck. Use your teeth. So bomb number 10 brush. I have my clean water. Let me just replace them. And I'm going to get a little bit of yellow ochre gold, right? Oh, I'm sorry, yellow ochre. And then a lot of this on the side. So, Swan Lake, right? The wonderful time is coming upon us. Oh, look at this. Tap, tap. Oh my God, look at this, people. This white is, look at it just a little bit. Like, let me just close. Let's fix the edge first. Painterly, painterly. Why is it like to use these methods of painting painterly? Because that's the way we see things, people. If you just walk in there, you know, like a tourist or what, even as an artist, you know what I mean? And you just walk in, and then I ask you like, what color of that woman you just passed? You probably, unless she is really hot, something, you won't be able to tell me. And you see, that's the point. So when you start copying your pictures, you see what I mean? You're making a big fat mistake, because that's not the way we perceive the world. Or like say, how many is it, was it like red flowers or yellow flowers? You would be baffled. You probably won't be able to tell me. You see what I mean? You just probably, oh, this is so good. Look, I like it more and more actually when I'm going painting like that. So basically, painting painterly is exactly realistic way of painting, because you picking up impression of the space only. You don't really go into unnecessary detail, which you actually nobody sees anyway. It's like you don't see it. It's in front of you, but, and then he has this kind of, the guy has, and then what he has like this folds right here. Let me just make it like, actually, I love that kind of to paint like this, gusto, kind of like gusto. And I don't know, there's a down spot here a little bit. So, you know what I mean? So now purists, I don't know, I just use it because, you know, I studied history of art. All grades used it. All grades used the gouache on watercolors and everything. But again, if you don't like it, please don't. It's really up to you, right? We still live in a free society. So, look at this. Look at this. Look at
And
this.
Vlad, the gouache has a little bit of the cad yellow in it.
Cad yellow just to make it color of your watercolor paper. Make sense?
Okay.
I don't even touch it here.
Absolutely.
It's so nice. So let me just, I think basically it has a little bit, no, I mean, you can go on and on, but the question is, do you make it better? Do you make it really better? Or now it's just like, you know, you're fooling around with gouache just because you like it and can't stop. I can't stop. Somebody slap me. All right, so boom, bam. Some a little bit dots and pieces, just a little. Again, nothing serious. Look at this, like bam, just dry brush. It has a dry brush already, so the previous layers are already in. Done. And it is very rare when I finish my painting, kind of at one, especially painting like this, where you. I start singing the song, and then it's like not leaving me for like a couple of days. Sometimes, so careful here, Vlad. This is danger zone. All right, people. All right, okay. So let me just fix slightly. Everything is on sale, my friends. Go on my website. You will see a lot of painting right now, discount on them. And that is the best time if you would like to. Oh, by the way, we have calendars. If you want an expensive present to your family or your friends, we just printed a calendar. We already ran out of one print, which was just new works. We printed another, which called boats. And that is like brand new. And it's only 50 samples. Each of them are signed and it's only like, I think, $30. And so it's a good present for your friends or anything. Or you just like, there is maybe 15 my paintings of my boats. which I didn't show you because that's a big secret. How to paint a ball nicely and this and that. That I'm not gonna tell you. You can torture me. I'm not gonna tell. No, I'm just kidding. Come on, guys. There are no secrets. Some people talking about secrets. Did you notice? Secret this and secret that. There are no secrets. It's a law of light distribution, and so there is another chimney right here. Little bit of, look at this. Why won't we just accentuate slightly this area? Ta 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 ta, and I'm done. That's it. Don't want to do no more. That's a fast speed painting, my friends. Try it. You will love it.
Beautiful. Vlad, can you talk about signing? Where you sign and can you give advice?
Sign on, no, usually you sign it at the lower right corner if you can. Sometimes I go here if it's too busy, but basically, I'm going to sign it in front of you. Basically, that's where every collector would probably start looking at the signature of the artist. A few people signing it in a weird, let me just hold on, in a weird places, like so it's hidden somewhere here. It's like a puzzle. I don't usually play that games, but hey, why not? I mean, this is fun after all, you know, so why? All right, and that's, we'll finish. Let me send you to another camera because I didn't have a chance to do that frequently. So you will see three-dimensional sort of, oh, it's too dark. Hold on, let me adjust exposure here. Now it's dark even like this. Yep, and then we're going to zoom out. And then everything here you see, it's like as if you're standing right here, looking next to my table. My friends, so this is kind of it. I will look at it. I might hit it with some kind of this. I think yellow was a good choice. Let me check one more time. Let me go back to the top camera. I think it's right at home here. You see yellow kind of, but if it would be white, it would be just too boring. White car, white umbrellas, white this and that. And yellow is just fine, playing nicely with this. We got waiter, we got busy scenery. And again, if you are serious about painting, you need to have your serious tools. The brushes should be, I'm just adding another chair here. There could be another chair there. As you can see, first I sit people and then I'm adding chairs to them because it's an easiest way to, there could be, let me see, I'm mixing for emergency dark. So there could be a table, stand or something. Just make it busy. We can do negative space here a little bit. And you see sometimes things looks too dark, and then you put really dark something next to it, and oops, and that place and that area looks luminous after that. It's really a play of light and darks distribution. How do you put what next to another? That's her legs. I forgot here. Could be, you see what I mean? So, my friend, this is it. I think I I made it unnecessary too good. Oh, by the way, will ever somebody stop me? Remember that the movie The Mask? Somebody stop me, and then look at this. Just maybe a hint of this window mullions. You know, look. You don't. You see? I mean. Now, what comes after what next is very important to know, but you will achieve it by painting every day when you're learning. I don't have to paint every day. I painted every day for 50 years, my friends. And so now I'm just more like I need to experiment. You're still experimenting. Oh, I need to experiment with this. Oh, there's something in my brain I need to explore, oh, this or that. But if you're learning the craft, painting every day is necessary. You just don't copy your pictures. That's my last words. When let me just put myself in. into the what's important when you're working on your own in your studio. Put a task in front of you, look at your previous painting and give it like a thought, kind of a good kind of thought about what went wrong and what happened very nice. Think about it. Painting process, it's actually a mental process. So when you start a new painting, you work on that areas, improving them, avoiding common mistakes. And for God's sake, do not copy your pictures the way they are, because it is not the way how we see the world around us when we are walking the walk. Make sense? We are kind of like, in fact, I need to make it darker. I'll look at it later. So basically, think about it. Think about impression of the area of the scenery you're painting. Ask yourself a question first and for all: why I'm painting it, why I decided to paint, what I like about it. That's probably your focal area, and work on it. Put your high contrast in that area, and I think that you'll be fine. Thank you very much. And if you have questions, I can answer them.
Well, thank you
Any
so
questions,
much, Vlad. That was incredible. It's like
Thank you.
watching you run a marathon. Guys, any questions? People are saying it was a great demo, and they are absolutely right. Any specific questions? Vlad, would you send
Hello,
me a
hello.
copy of the painting so I could send it back to the group?
Yes, I will scan it perhaps tonight, and Marina will send it, Major, to you, so you could share it with everybody. Because yes,
Thank
of
you.
course, I know one thing looking at the screen and another getting a digital
Sure.
copy. Yes.
That would be
Hello.
So yes,
Hi, Vlad. Very nice. If it's not an indelicate question, how would you price this painting?
oh, I need to think about it. First of all, when it comes to pricing, it's not about the size, definitely. I need to look at it, and then I'll see if I'm in love with it, or I can give it up to you. So the question will be answered later when I will. And you know what, I might touch it up. So, but in general, it would be probably 600, something in this area. In this price range, and so that would be like, this size is actually the size of this. Oh, let me show you this. Let me go back to the top.
Is that a half sheet, Vlad?
No, it's close to it. That's what I'm going to show it to you. This is the block I was painted it on. It's 14.2 by 19 inches. It's a little bit squarish than half, and slightly shorter. The half would be here somewhere. And I like that format actually better. It's a little bit more like, it's called golden section. As an architect, very well know what it is. It's kind of perfect balance between the height and this. I like this kind of things more. Again, congratulations everybody, whoever win our prizes, right? I think it will make your holiday season a little bit more colorful. And everybody, I really wish you a very, very holiday season here, and spend it with your family and with the people you love, and paint a little bit if you want to, and be happy, everybody. Thank you for inviting me. I'm thrilled and very humbled to be here with you today, and I really enjoyed this session. That's all I can tell you, Maja. Thank you.
Thank you, Vlad. And we wish all good things for you as well, to you and your family, and a happy, happy new year. And to everybody out there. So thank you for joining us today, and have a wonderful, wonderful holiday season.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye, guys.